TBR is really going in my favour. Let me refer to my reading journal. I know what I'm gonna pick. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. I hope you're all doing well and welcome back to my January TBR video. Oh my god, how I'll be doing my January TBR, I have no idea. It's kind of scary. I'm very nervous about this video. One, it's a different angle, so let me know if you like it. I just wanted to like stand up and feel a bit more free. So yeah, we'll see if this angle stays or whether it changes or whatnot. But the reason I'm really intimidated to film this video is because it's my January TBR video. I'm so scared about putting what books onto this TBR to make 2024's reading year kick off with a bang. Like, I want some good books on there. I don't want bad books on there. I need my first read to be like a 5-star. You know the pressure that everyone is under, I feel like, right now. And I'm really hoping my January TBR does me well. A little bit of housekeeping. I am really in the mood this year to switch things up in terms of genres. I'm really trying to read a lot of genres this year and really try and find a new genre that I absolutely love. So I love my contemporaries, I love my romances, but can I become a fantasy girly? Can I be in my fantasy era in 2024? I was gonna say 2023 then. Or am I gonna be like a mystery person? Or like, I don't know, I wanna find a new genre that I absolutely love because I am getting a little bit sick and tired of all the same romances. So yes, I'd love to kind of venture into new genres this year. Even if they may be flops, I just want to experiment a little bit more. Speaking of which, I have revamped my TBR jar, so it'll be the same kind of format. I'll be pulling some prompts out of my TBR jar to figure out what I'm going to be reading each month. I'm going to get rid of the random Goodreads choice section, if you know what I'm on about. I'm just going to pull prompts because especially in January, I just kind of want a little bit more freedom with what I'm picking. They have been updated, some have been removed, some have been added, so we've got a brand new kind of like TBR jar for 2024, which I'm really excited about. And I also want to try and join one book club each month in 2024. In January, I'm joining one on Instagram because their January pick is books I've been wanting to read for ages, which is Eleanor Afonte Is Absolutely Fine. It's that white cover. I wanted to read it for so long. Yes, it's contemporary, but I feel like I really enjoy that book and I want to be part of like a book club and kind of see if being part of different book clubs will kind of get me to diversify my reading in terms of genre. So that's kind of like where I'm at. So without further ado, let's hop into my January TBR. The first book and first prompt I will be pulling for 2024 is, oh my god, I'm so scared. This one. I have refolded all my prompts so they're just kind of like folded now rather than rolled, so it should be a bit easier to find out. Favourite colour? Favourite colour, not a bad first choice. If you didn't know, my favourite colour is blue. So we have quite a choice here. I could easily pick a book that is on my 2024 priority TBR. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up above and down below. So I could pick The Fortune Men. That is definitely blue. Do I want to go straight into kind of like a book that is going to be outside my typical genre in terms of, I feel like, writing style? We'll see. Or the other blue book I feel like I'm potentially going to pick is Only Love Can Hurt the List, which is Page Toon. By the time you're seeing this, you'll potentially know some of my goals, and one of my goals is to read more Page Toon in 2024, so definitely a potential. But I feel like this is more of a summer book, so I think my first book on my January TBR for 2024 is going to be The Fortune Men by Nadifa Mohammed. I want to say is how you pronounce the author's name, but I'm not 100% sure. When I get around to reading it, I will figure that out. But this one is actually on my 2024 priority list, so hopefully that'll get me in good stead in the first month of the year, trying to prioritise those books next year. This book basically follows our main character Mahood, who is a father, a chancellor and a petty criminal. He's many things, but one thing he isn't is a murderer. So when a shopkeeper is brutally killed and all eyes fall on Mahood, he isn't too worried. He has the truth on his side and is innocent in this country where justice is served. It's only in the run-up to the trial that will dawn on Mahood that he's actually in the fight for his life, because he is then convicted of the crime that he doesn't commit. So I'm really excited to read this. I've been putting it off for ages. It's been on my TBR for about a year now, so hopefully I will enjoy it and January will be off to a good start. Fingers crossed. Prompt number 2 is going to be... so I want like a fun new prompt. We'll go for this one. It is going to be Randomize Your TBR. Okay, so the fates clearly want me to randomise my Goodreads. So basically this prompt is me going to my physical TBR on Goodreads, which I believe is up to date, getting a random number, and then the number corresponding to my physical TBR on Goodreads will be the book that I read. So I think I have like 30 something. I have 32 books on my physical TBR on Goodreads. So let's get a random number generator up, record my screen, recording, 1 to 32, generate, 27. Okay, 27. We'll go count backwards. We'll count backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. Wait. 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27. It was 27, yeah, okay. That book is a book that I had no intention of reading anytime soon, but it is Ashley Poston, and if you know, this video hasn't come out yet, but my favourite books of the year, both of her standalone adult romances have made that list. So she is one of my new favourite authors. This is one of her books in her YA companion series in the Once Upon a Con series, and this I think is the second book, but I don't think that you need to read them in order. I basically picked this book up because in my birthday vlog from this past year when I went to London and did like a bookish bingo come book shopping with me video, one of the bingo prompts was to pick a book up that was inspired by Disney. So obviously I picked up Bookish and the Beast because it's a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. And I don't know much about this book apart from the fact that it follows our main character Rosie, and then I think her love interest is someone called Vance, and it's basically a YA romance set at Comic-Con with a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. So we'll see about this one. I always say that these books are like hopefullys in the month and I don't have to completely stick with it, but I do want to try and stick to my monthly TBRs this year, so fingers crossed that this one gets read in January. I don't see why it wouldn't. It's very short, it's a YA, and it'll be a nice book to tick off my physical TBR. I forgot to say I'll be picking 6 books. I was like 5 or 6, 5 or 6. I'm going to pick 6 just for the funs. So prompt number 3 is going to be... We'll go for this one. And it is... okay, a book off my 2024 TBR. This is one of the new ones. I just put it in there to hopefully allow me to focus on my 2024 TBR this year. So I have quite a lot of options for this one. I don't really know which one I'm going to pick. Let me refer to my reading journal and see what I've written down. Oh, I know, easy answer, okay. I'm going to go for Finale by Stephanie Garber. This is the last book in the Caravel series by Stephanie Garber because I would love to get around to Once Upon a Broken Heart this year as well. So I need to finish off this trilogy before I can delve into that one. This is the last book I need to read to complete another series, which is great. Obviously, like I said, I'm not a massive fantasy reader, but I'm trying to get into fantasy this year and I do really enjoy this series. So hopefully I can get around to it. I have tried to read it in end of November potentially because I read Legendary in my Magical Thumb round 3 in October and absolutely binged it in a day, so I wanted to jump straight into Finale, but then that readathon made me go into a slump, so then I didn't really read anything for about a month. So hopefully I can get around to it in January. Pull number 4 is going to be... We'll go for this one, and it is... Does that say one word title? One word title, okay. Oh, I know what I'm going to pick. I know what I'm going to pick. Okay, I've already decided whether it fitted onto my TBR or not that this was going to be my first book of 2024 because it will allow me to get a book finished in a day. Heartstopper Volume 5 by Alice Oseman. I saw if I read this book on January 1st, front to back cover, I could get a book under my belt for the start of 2024. So I'm really glad that this has actually come up. I'm so excited. The fact that this has made my official January TBR, but I was going to read it anyway. Obviously, everyone knows what Heartstopper's about. It's about Nick and Charlie, who are boyfriends, and the first one basically follows them in school, and I believe this one is finally them. I think Nick, because he's slightly older, is going off to university. I have read Nick and Charlie in the novella, which kind of covers the same sort of topic, and I didn't really like it. So I'm a little bit apprehensive about going into this one because I have heard mixed things. that this is people's least favourite in the series, and volume 4 was so incredible that I'm a little bit scared to go into it. I'm really hoping it lives up to the rest of the graphic novel series, but I'm excited to delve into it nevertheless, and I'm really, really sad this is the penultimate one. Volume 6 will be the final one. Yes, hopefully it is as cute and cozy as all the other ones, and I'm really, really excited to get to it. So that has made my official January TBR. Pull number 5 is going to be... we'll go for this. Oh, that was 2. We'll go for this one. And it is... oh, okay. Audiobook. I think I know what I'm going to pick for that. I feel like this is... TBR is really going in my favour to try and get me to read books off my 2024 TBR. There aren't many books on my physical TBR that haven't made my 2024 TBR, so I guess that also kind of helps. But the book that I'm going to pick, I think... yeah, okay, I'm going to pick it just because I know I've got the audiobook. And that is Crying in H Mark by Michelle Ozerna. I tried reading this one physically. The bookmark is still in it. This is on my 2024 TBR as well. So I might be potentially getting 3 off my 2024 TBR in the month of January, which would be incredible. So this memoir is following Michelle as she has to grieve her mother, and I think then she reflects upon her relationship with her mother and her relationship with food. So I tried reading this physically, like I said, and I couldn't get into the writing style, which is why then I went on Audible and got a credit so I could pick this book up as an audiobook. I have yet to pick it up as an audiobook. Hopefully this will allow me to read it quite quickly. It's not very long at all. It's only like 238 pages. It should get me to read this book really quickly. I'm just going to check on Audible how long the audiobook is. The audiobook is 7 hours and 23 minutes. I'll probably listen to it on double time speed, so about 3.5 hours isn't too bad. And I'm back in work from the 2nd of Jan, sad. So this could potentially be my audiobook for the first week of driving to and from work. So yay, I'm quite actually excited from this TBR, I'm not gonna lie. So that was pull number 5. The final book officially going on my January TBR is going to be this one. Oh, and that is, oh, a free pick. Oh, how nice to round off my TBR with a free pick. Oh, what do I want to pick? What do I want to pick? I kind of love and hate this prompt because I like having the flexibility of picking whatever I want, but I'm also like, what book am I in the mood for? Ooh, I just thought of something. I could pick the book club book that I'm going to be partaking in this month, which is, I always forget the name of it. It's on Everand, aka Scribd. Eleanor Ofonte is Completely Fine. Yes, I got the name right, by Gail Honeyman. So that is an audiobook on Everand, and I think there's also a ebook copy of that on Everand as well. So that'll be my free pick for the month. I don't know too much about this book apart from the fact that it's a adult contemporary, so we can discover what this book is about together. Eleanor has learned how to survive, but not how to live. She's led a simple life. She wears the same clothes to work every day, eats the same meal deal for lunch every day, and buys the same 2 bottles of vodka to drink every weekend. She's happy. Nothing is missing from her carefully timetabled life, except sometimes everything. One simple act of kindness is about to shatter the walls Eleanor has built around herself. Now she must learn how to navigate the world that everyone else seems to take for granted, while searching for the courage to face the dark corners she's avoided all her life. Change can be good, change can be bad, but surely any change is better than fine. So it's basically just your kind of like typical adult contemporary book following a female lead who's trying to discover that the world is bigger than her little inner circle, which is very much like me. I'm very much a creature of comfort, a creature of timetables, and a lover of planning and keeping to my 4 walls. So this might be really, really impactful for me. So I'm really excited to read that one. So that'll be my free pick for the month of January. So to recap and to do a mandatory stack, we have Hearts of Volume 5 by Alice Oseman, Finale by Stephanie Garber, The Fortune Men by Nadifa Mohammed, Crying in H Mark by Michelle Ozerna, and Bookish and the Beast by Ashley Poston. This is, oh my god, I've just realised all the books, bar 2, so 3 out of the 5, are orange spined. And then we have a red, and then the blue just really throws out the colour coordination of this stack. But this is my January TBR, my first TBR of 2024. How mental. Hopefully I should be able to get to all of them. We've got a graphic novel, we've got a really short book that's an audiobook. Oh, and sorry, Eleanor Afonte is completely fine. It's also on there as well. So I can't forget about that one. So I'll add that there. But yeah, not too shabby. I'm excited for this stack. Hopefully they're all like 4 and 5 stars and we can start the new year with an absolute bang and read some amazing books. But yeah, that's my January TBR. I really hope you enjoy. Let me know in the comments what you're reading in January. What's your first book gonna be? Are you hoping it's a 5-star? Let me know. Also, let me know what you like of this filming setup, if you like it, if you prefer my other one. I would love to know. And I think that's it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe down below to see future content from me. I do anything from weekly reading vlogs, monthly TBRs, monthly wrap-up, and any other bookish content that you can think of. I usually have it on this channel, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.